Yang yoga today. A little bit of movement, a little bit of power, I was going to say. I don't know if I have the power, but we'll see. But yes, we're going to move. Maybe we sweat a little. Maybe if you are not practicing regularly at the moment, you can take it easy at certain times. If your breath gets out of sync, or if any position feels a little too much, just take a little break. However, it will not be very difficult or very taxing. I hope not. Yeah. Yang is about building fire. Our fire in the body is the breath. It's how we bring oxygen in for combustion. So we will start by linking our movement with our breath, and prior to that, just relaxing the breath a little bit. Let's do it. Let's do it with the neck. Relax your head forwards. Relax your exhales. Relax the weight of the head. The reason I hesitated is because sometimes it feels a little easier to approach the idea of relaxation when you work with a part of the body rather than with the breath directly. Move the head towards the left shoulder. Let the head hang. Take your time. You're not yet changing your breath. You're allowing yourself to sink in your body. You're allowing your breath to soften a little. Move the head down and then to the other shoulder. Heavy, as if the ear was really heavy falling to the shoulder. Maybe a slight floating movement. I'm sitting on my knees, it's comfortable for me, but if you prefer to sit cross-legged, please. And release down. We let the head become even heavier and round our back. And then maybe with your hands on your thighs or on your knees, we are going to roll up, straighten the back, open the shoulders, look up a little. And on the exhale, we are going to fall. And at the end, relax the neck. Very gentle movement, very simple. Only intention is to make it smooth and easy and see if the breath wants to hook on to the movement. You can convince a little. Fall back. Lift up, open. And round and fall. Drop the head, relax the neck. And again. Exhale. Next time, put your hands on the floor, fingers pointing towards the front. And then we push on an inhale, lift the hips, open the shoulders. And on the exhale, we drop the hips, we move forward, we cross the arms in front of us. And inhaling, we open. Exhaling, we cross the arm in front of us, we fall back, we place the hands on the floor, push into the hands, lift the hips, open the shoulders. On the exhale, release And then move the chest forward, cross the arms in front of you, round your back, and then inhaling, open, cross again. This time fall back, put the hands on the floor again, finish your exhale, push into the hands, push into the feet, lift the hips. Exhale, release. Once again, cross forward. This time, we're gonna cross the hands. Actually, if you're cross-legged, this one maybe is easier for you, or not easier, but deeper in a way. We're gonna cross, we're gonna fall towards the space between the shoulder blades, almost falling back. And then we're gonna put the head in the little hole between the arms. And then that area in the upper spine between the shoulder blades that you feel that is being stretched because of the position, see if you can breathe in a way that it moves, that every time you inhale you feel your shoulder blades separating from each other and then coming back to each other. So the position becomes a circumstance and your breath inside of it, that's your practice. Think of that as the core of your practice, the way you respond with the breath to the feeling that the posture creates in your body. One more breath, one more inhale. Push the breath towards the upper spine. And exhale, release. Put the hands on the front of the mat. And let's push back to a down dog. And let's make it into a very round movement down dog with a shifting of the hips to one side, to the other side, almost sensual in a way. Push with the heels. And then on an exhale, release the body down again. Drop the knees on the floor. Open, shoulders, drop the belly, look up. And then on the exhale, round your spine, move your pubic bone forward towards your head, the head backwards. Inhale, open, look up. Exhale, round, 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 round. Finish exhale, drop the head. Inhale, open. And exhale to a down dog. Unfortunately, I am speaking with you, so I can't fit my own breath inside what I'm doing. So I cannot give you that point of reference, you have to find yours. Whenever I remind you with a movement, inhale on a movement up or exhale on a movement down, you can join. When we are still in a position, find your breath, find your breath. Let's lift up the right leg. And on an exhale, we're going to take a step forward. We're going to drop the left knee on the floor and extend the left foot behind us, and then we're going to come on a big circle with the shoulders. And on the exhale, we bring them down and forward. Find your front foot, push into it. Find the back foot, resist with it. Exhale, we do it one more time. Arms come forward and they open as if you were trying to touch your hands behind you. And this time the fingertips go to the floor if you have a couple of blocks next by. And we're going to push with the back heel behind us. Does it show? No. Something like this. There you are. And then this knee behind me, it gets a little soft. We're going to try to give energy through the heel and recover that energy through the kneecap. Then maybe I try to drop my hips a little and lift my chest. Hey, I have a screen there. And then we release the hands to the floor and we step back. Then we lift up the left leg. On the next exhale, trying to keep the knee close to the body and control the movement forward, we step. Right knee goes down. Right foot extends behind us, giving support like an anchor behind us. We come up, we open, we exhale. We do it again. Open, exhale. Let me breathe one with you. Inhale, exhale. Hands on the floor. Back heel pushes. Cable moves. I'm not going to give you the profile this time. Drop the hips. Give a little weight to the hands. Use the back heel. Gather energy through the kneecap. Push the foot a little down against the floor. Maybe a little movement as if you were on a boat. Then the weight goes on the hands. And I move forward to get a little momentum and backwards. I'm going to stay in down dog for a little bit now. Strong arms. Full contact with the hand on the floor. Spread your fingers. And feel a certain magnetism between your elbows, as if you were trying to bring the elbows a little closer to each other, for most of us. Then open the shoulders, external rotation. Feel the line from shoulder to shoulder. Drop the head from it. If the knees need to be a little bent for a straight back, do. Eventually you will have time to straighten your legs with practice. Down onto a cat. Here, we open on an inhale. We exhale and we round on an exhale. We open on an inhale. We round on an exhale. Inhale, open, and exhale to child's pose. The first stronger movement, stay in child's pose for a bit. The first stronger movement, I feel it a bit more because I am speaking. But in a yoga practice, the first, 5 minutes, the first few sun salutations, if you start from there, you're going to feel at a certain point how your breath starts to speed up. The heart speeds up first, calls for the breath for more oxygen. Habit kicks in, we breathe faster. Then if you're attentive, you can switch to a different habit. Feed the heart oxygen. Track. That's that. A tractor in South Portugal sneaked in your practice. So, where was I? You can change that habit and feed the oxygen by slowing down the breath and going for deeper breaths. Now that requires that you focus, requires that you step back a little, go back to your breath. And after this tractor talk, we move into a cat with an inhale. Back to a down dog. Moving slowly, telling our habitual mind that we are having a plentiful time. We take the right leg up. And on an exhale, we step forward again. Without dropping the knee on the floor, we come up, we lift the arms. I'm not going to look at them yet. And on an exhale, I'm going to bring my arms to the sides. And now I'm going to do something difficult. I'm going to push into the front foot into an almost straight leg. And then slowly I'm going to bend my front knee, controlling the movement, not letting the knee wobble to the sides, or at least not too much. Then I'm going to do it again. Push into the front foot. Exhale. Release forward. Inhale. Bring the arms up, maintain your posture. And exhale, we go to a warrior. Let me catch my breath. We're going to do the same. Push into the front leg, maintaining this knee pointing in the same direction as your toes. Exhale, bend, 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 bend. We do it again. Inhale, push into the front leg. Straight and bend. Maintain the line, maintain the line, maintain the line. Nice. Sink into the front leg. Extend the left arm. Difficult, I have to give you a profile again. I sit my right elbow on the right leg and I extend the left leg, the left arm. If you have space, sink a little deeper. Release the hand forward and then we go back to down dog. So, I know that was a workout. Move a little in down dog, shift a little to the sides. And then we're gonna work the same out on the left leg. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, forward. Let me give you a profile again. And we're gonna come up. Bring the arms as you come up. And then we're gonna bring the arms to the sides. This is only for balance. First thing I'm gonna correct in my posture is the back knee is gonna go to straight. See if I can push through the heel. And then second one, instead of going deeper right away, I'm going to actually resist from the front leg. Push that knee towards me. Maybe too straight. We're very wide in the legs, so probably not fully straight. And now on an exhale, I'm going to release just the knee, just going forward, while the back heel pushes back. Again, inhale. Difficult talking. Exhale. Inhale again, we go tall. Right heel goes down. And I open arms and shoulders. And now I'm giving you my back. We're going to do the same. Front leg pushes. Control both your exhale and the bending of the knee. And slowly we sink, slowly we sink. Once more. Inhale. Exhale. Now keep sinking. Find the back foot. Find the front foot. Find a place for your hips. As a point of reference, maybe look back a little to your back leg. Extend through the shoulder all the way to the hand. And then exhale, release down and back to a down dog. That was clumsy. Exhale to a cat. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. On an exhale to child's pose. Inhale to a cat. Exhale to child's pose. See, I'm doing that again. I'm using simple movements once again to cat to regulate the rhythm of the breath. Inhale into a cat again. Exhale to a down dog. Inhale, we move to a plank. I'm sweating. It's so hot here. Nice. It's really nice. Except talking. That makes me feel like I'm losing my breath the whole time. Plank. Inhale. Exhale, we go down. Mic there. Inhale, we're going to lift the head, the chest, the shoulders. Exhale, we're going to go down. Inhale, we're going to lift the chest, the shoulders, the head. Exhale, we're going to go down. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Next time we lift, we push into the hands, we open the shoulders, we look up. We do it a little easy, we move back to child's pose, we sink, exhale. Inhale into a cat, have a quick look at your hands, your elbows, your shoulders, and back to a down dog. Inhale, lift up the right leg. Exhale, forward, left heel down. Inhale, we come up looking straight. And exhale, we go back into a warrior. Now we're not going to work on the knee like that. We're just going to go a little deeper, a little deeper, a little deeper. Gaze beyond the front hand. Soft gaze. Inhale, we're going to go down with the right hand and create a different line from hand to hand. So the right hand is going to push into the floor, the left one is going to open. Feel the line, and then in the center, stick in your heart. Inhaling, come from here. Exhaling, hands down, lift the back heel, move forward a little, get some momentum. Back to a down dog. Forward into a plank. Down towards the floor. Lift the chest on an inhale. Exhale, release down. Once again, lift the chest on an inhale. I'm not pushing into the hands, just lifting with the back muscles. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Push into the hands. Inhale, lift. Look up. Soften the knees back to child's pose. Inhale into a cat. Take your hands, your elbows, your shoulders back to a down dog. Reach down dog, settle, no rush. We lift the left leg on an inhale. Step forward on an exhale. Drop the back heel. Come up. Facing forward to begin with. And then open the arms. Shoulders low. Elbows engaged, the whole arm to the hands. We look forward beyond the front hand. Check a little bit your front knee that is not dropping in. Then if you can maintain the knee straight, the back foot sealed to the floor, then maybe you can slide a little forward, a little further down, depends on your hip. The T in the arms, parallel to the line between your feet. And then we're going to go a little deeper, a little further down. I'm going to correct the position of my feet a little, so I'm a bit closer to the front foot. Left hand goes down. I look at the line of my left arm, push into that hand and open the right arm up. Then finally see if you can stick your heart in the middle of that line. Drop the hips a little. And inhale up, exhale, release, hands on the floor. Back heel lifts, I move a little forward. Back to down dog. And down to a cat at the end of that exhale. Inhale, open, look up. Exhale, round, look in. Inhale, open, look up. Exhale, round, look in. Inhale, open again, and we have our breath with us once more. Exhale to child's pose. Inhale into a cat. Exhale to child's pose. Inhale into a cat. Exhale to down dog. Inhale into a plank. Exhale down slowly. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, release down. I move back so you can see me. Inhale, lift the chest and the right leg. Exhale, release down. Inhale, left leg and chest. Exhale down. Right leg and chest. Exhale down. Left leg and chest. Exhale down. Push into the hands. Up dog. Open shoulders. Look up. Soft into child's pose. Let's always try to minimize the tension on the lower spine. Up into a cat as an inhale. Look at your hands. Prepare your down dog. We shift a little bit the position. We move a little. The movement very round, very even, very measured. Inhale, we're going to take the left leg up. And on an exhale, we're going to step forward, but a little shorter, because when we put the back heel on the floor, we're going to work with straight legs. Look at me. Nice. I'm actually enjoying. I might stop talking and just keep going. Inhale, we lift the left arm, the front arm. Exhale, we're going to go into a triangle position. We're going to reach with the hand forward. So you come towards the computer, towards me. But we're not going to go down yet. We're going to go a little forward, a little extending forward the left side of the body in this case. And then we release down. We swing the right arm in an external rotation of the shoulder. And then at the end, when the hand is up, imagine that somebody pulls you up a little more. You can hold some weight on your hands, you can put it on the floor, you can pull the big toe like they do in Ashtanga yoga. Doesn't matter, you choose. But power through the legs. Inhale, we're gonna come up. Exhale, we're gonna bend the front knee, put the hands on the floor, and now we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna use the support of the hands on the floor to step forward and take the right foot off the floor. Give you profile. Yeah. We're gonna extend this foot behind us with the front leg bent a little easier. Then the leg behind me is going to open the hip and flex the foot so I have a little power. The left hand is going to stay on the floor or maybe on a block. And on the base foot, you don't want to be leaning towards the toes. I know it feels that way, but no. You want to sink as much as you can towards the heel, almost lifting the left hand off the floor. Now the right hand goes up. I can't resist, I have to check how I look in the computer. Okay. Little crooked. We all are. Now finally lift the chest between shoulders. Stop looking at my drishti and I fell off. Hands to the floor and back to down dog. Little exhalation every once in a while through the mouth. Inhale to a plank. I knew this was going to happen. That's why I was getting ready. Heels strong, shoulders open. Exhale down, slowly to the floor. Inhale, we lift the chest and the right leg. And exhale, we go down. Inhale, we lift the chest and the left leg. Exhale down. Now I do it without speaking, just with breath. Right leg, left leg. Extra breath. Left side. Exhale. You hear those vibrations in the breath. It's because I'm speaking, but you will feel them when you get a little worked up on the breath, and sometimes you feel like you don't want to keep going until the breath evens out. So let's repeat that again, so if we can get the breath, the diaphragm to hold a whole inhale without shaking. You do it again. And if this movement is too difficult, do it in a different movement. So hear your breath. Through the mouth, inhale, through the mouth, exhale. Do that again one more time. And now focus. You feel it? You hear the difference? Inhale to an up dog. Exhale, stay. If your up dog does not even allow you one breath, it's too much, so soften it. One more breath. Child's pose. And cut. And down dog. And now, if I would not start talking again, after this, what would, let's say, a minute or so, I managed, staying down dog, I managed to have this irregular breath caused by speaking, but it can be any other thing. One day you can be a little nervous. You focus on the breath, you soften the position, you take 5-10 breaths, a couple of minutes, all you need to get the breath going. Now you're in down dog and you're breathing big, you're breathing generously, your breath is even, or so I imagine. And then the right leg goes up again, and exhale goes forward again. And we come up again on the right leg straight, but this time we're going to take the left hand behind. We are going to pull it a little bit and exhale. Go into a Trikonasana with the hand behind you, looking up. Inhale, we're going to come from here. Turn the foot in. Lift the left arm and change the left foot simultaneously. Now I'm going to look away from you. Or I change to lateral view. And then the right hand is going to go behind you. If you don't get to the left leg, at least push the hand towards your upper back. But see if you can get it through. Catching the left thigh. This will force your right shoulder to stay open and not let you drop too much. Now, even more than before, the aim is not to go down, but to create an openness in your chest. Left hand can go a little deeper, but I almost feel like going up rather than collapsing down. Inhale, come up, feet parallel to each other. Lift the chest, bend the knees a little bit, hips go back, chest goes forward. So we started with the right hip a little deeper, we went to the left hip a little deeper, and now with the knees slightly bent, we release the upper body down. And we're going to do this sequence. We're going to push into the arms, push into the legs, lift the chest, lean weight towards the hands, and then lean weight towards the heels. And again, lean weight towards the hands and bend the right leg. Drop your hips towards the right foot. And then once the motorbike is gone, straighten up and bend the left knee, dropping the hips towards your left foot. Inhale, straighten that leg. Exhale, lean weight towards the hands and lift the chest a little and look forward. And exhale, lean towards the heels, and at the end bend both knees, drop the hips. Lean towards the hands. Keep the knees bent, push towards the heels and lift the hips. We do that again. Bend the knees and drop them down and move forward towards the hands. And push back, lift the hips, straighten the legs. One last inhale. And then from here, we're going to drop the chest. If your back rounds very much, then keep your knees a little bent. Yeah? Try to keep your back more or less straight. However, I'm not going to apply much force. So if it rounds a little, it's okay. If you're warm and it doesn't hurt, only if it rounds a little and if you're not pulling hungry from your feet. Kind of working the spine on a release while your legs are working active. If you find yourself, I repeat very much here, bend the knees and release the back. And then Look towards the front of the mat, bring your hands there, back to a down dog. And I know that I forgot the right side on the previous sequence. So as a bonus section, now that you're fresh, take the right leg up, exhale forward, then the left heel down, and then we come up into a warrior. Without doing what we did before, we monitor the right knee and we drop it in the same direction as the toes. Then imagine somebody pulls you from the back hand. Normally we tend to lean forward, so we're going to try to place our body vertical, our upper body vertical to the floor. And then from here, we're going to move towards the front foot. We're going to put the right hand in front of me, so I give you the profile again. Okay. We go a little forward. We lift the back foot off the floor. We engage it, open the hip, and flex the foot. I'm in the wrong tile. These tiles are irregular. There, yeah. And then we lift the left hand up. We lift a little bit the chest, giving more weight to the foot. And then the last part, which is maybe the trickiest, is to change the gaze from a little spot on the floor or the corner of your mat. On this irregular tile is going to be difficult. There, nice. And then release hands to the floor and back to a down dog. And then from here, we are going to abandon the heavy work of the standing positions, bend the knees, and sit forward on the mat. I'm drenched. So nice. Nice. We are gonna get into a nice, comfortable sitting position. For me, this one is. And we're gonna turn towards the left. We are going to pull from the left leg and push into the fingertips behind, straighten up. And then very likely you're going to feel like you are leaning a bit more towards the left hip. So I'm going to try to sit in between the hips. Twist and look over the left shoulder. Exhale, release through the front towards the right. First, right hand pushes behind me, lifting my chest. Then left hand pulls a little. Then the right shoulder leads back. And then it's very likely that I feel somehow I'm leaning towards the side that I'm twisting. So I'm going to sit in between the hips. If you are on a half lotus, you're going to be able to use the feet. So you're going to kind of pull, or even in a full lotus, even more. So by flexing your ankles, you create center, helping your mula bandha, grounding your pelvis. Now if I don't speak, the breath will go like this. Exhale, release to the front. We go for a side stretch. This sequence, I think we have done it before. It's a very nice sequence to give, with the breath, elasticity to the core of the spine and all the muscles around the torso. So here, instead of falling all the way down to the floor, I'm going to use my hand on the ground, pushing my ribcage into that direction, away from where I'm trying to go. And then I'm going to extend the arm overhead to the other side. And once again, it's going to be my breath where I feel the core of my practices rather than the body. Yes, I am attentive to the posture, I'm attentive to the alignment pointers, structural pointers, but then I want to inhabit this breath, this posture with my breath. And if you so desire to go deeper, then the breath comes even further. So if I go into a place where it's really a challenge for me, you feel it in the breath. Yeah, it starts to get worked up, even the speaking. So if I'm going to be here, I'm going to even focus more on the breathing. Let's see if I can take a deep breath in a difficult place. And then up to the other side. It's not to show off. I'm not really the kind of yogi that can show off much. No, the idea is for you to understand. If you go deeper, if you go into a place where your body is challenged, if you go to a place where it's very close to your edge, then the breath has to absorb that impact and become even bigger. If you feel your breath shrinking, then you're telling your body that no matter how you feel about it, that act of yoga is an act of aggression. It's not a healing art because there is no space to absorb it. So we start easy, right hand on the floor. With that, I resist. I push the ribcage to the other side. The left hand goes overhead. On a yin practice, we're a little bit like this, yeah, hanging. On a yang practice, there is power in both arms, both shoulders open, chest lifted. You want the line to finish in your fingers. Now, if I look at myself, I feel like maybe it's a little extra, too much energy. Yeah, sometimes you look in the mirror. So you want that end of the line to be soft, engaged by soft, but soft. And now I see this arm sticking almost in front of my face. So I'm going to open and bring it behind me. And then we're going to go to the second stage, which is a little trickier. Once again, I don't collapse. This hand always protects me, is always resisting, sending my left sit bone to the floor. Now with energy on the right arm, energy of the left arm, extending both shoulders, or even if you decide to bend the base elbow, opening the chest and going deep into this position. When you feel like you're reaching a challenge, focus on the breathing. Explain your body that is an act of love. Inhaling from this act of love, we come straight. Exhaling. Extend my feet forward, I bend my lower back, I place my elbows on the floor. I move my hips a little to the left, a little to the right. And we release. Come here, my friend. The back on the floor. How are you? Mr. Mike, I haven't moved you today yet. We use the floor to massage the buttocks, the lower back, the hips, and then we place them on the floor, toes pointing forward. We lift the hips. We bring the shoulders a little under the body. To begin with, the hands can support on the ground. If your neck is not in pain, you can push a little further up your hips. And then take one arm and the other arm, and again place them a little further under you. Drop the hips a bit. Connect with your feet. Catch your breath. Push into the feet again. And now, yes, we get the hands together. We open the shoulders. This time, my neck is no longer touching the floor. And if my breath is with me, I start to push into my feet, lifting the hips, pushing a little bit into my arms, pushing a little bit into my head, bringing breath, sorry Mike, to this section between hip to hip, between rib cage to hips, and exhale, I release down. Lift the feet off the floor, bring the thighs towards each other, put the palms down, and drop the legs towards the right. Squeeze between your inner thighs. Try not to let that left knee slide. And back to center. If that is difficult, get a block, okay? And then squeeze the block in between the legs. Now we squeeze in between the inner thighs and we fall towards the left. This right leg is trying to slide back. I keep the tension between the inner thighs. You don't need to go all the way down to the floor. You can come back before. Go to center, and then we move the head towards the legs, the shoulders, the chest, and back down. And we do that again. Move the head, the chest, the shoulders, and back down. Once more. Inhale, lift the head, the shoulders, the chest, maybe a little higher up. Exhale, release down. Place the feet on the floor and we're going to lift again. Tailbone first, sacrum after. No rush. Shifting weight from foot to foot. Easy, putting weight on the hands. Approaching the depth of your position bit by bit. There is no hurry. And the shoulders keep moving up. The rocking of the body is allowing for it to read it once again as an act of love. And then when you get your hands together, there you're going to use a little power in your arms to rotate the shoulders open. Follow this by dropping the hips a little, take a little break. Exhale through the mouth, concentrate, catch your breath again. And then we start. Push into the feet, arms, take a little break on the exhales. Use the inhales to go a little deeper. One more breath. Knees up, feet up. Move a little left, move a little right. And from here, on an exhale, we drop the legs to the right. We open the left arm and shoulder. And an easy floor twist. Winding down. I'm not sure. Stay there for a bit. Keep breathing. Now we're just finishing. Take the breath to give in. Now there's no more effort ahead. The twist is relatively pleasant position, so As you listen to me, just wind your breath down. I don't know if it can be seen in a video. I don't know also today to get space I'm a little far away. Not because I'm talking, because it's hot. The breath is coming in and out of alignment. When you're doing your practice on your own without interaction, it's easier. But then when you get to difficult positions, to a deep back bend or a deep hip opener, you're going to feel your breath oscillating. So what I tend to do is, rather than push my breath on the same position through breath and breath, what I feel is like if the breath gets to a point that is a little worked up, a little struggling, then I soften the position. So although the posture is still, there are like micro adjustments in the intensity to serve the breathing, not the breath micro adjusting or shrinking to fit the ideal that we have in the head of that how that position needs to look like. You see? So the breath is always the priority, continuously. Knees to center and to the other side, which I don't remember because I spent that first side speaking. Come back to center. Maybe we go a little tighter on the legs, bring them towards your chest. One thing I like to do here, you will not see it, but I frame my legs inside my arms and then I push a little bit with the legs out against the arms. I resist with my arms and then I push my sacrum towards the floor again and I try to extend as much of my spine as possible on the ground. So this might look, you shouldn't be looking now, but this might look the same as maybe this. Yeah, but here I'm just floating, yeah? There's nothing happening at the level of the hips. So I ground my lower spine and I push the legs a bit. Or in other words, blah, 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 blah. Get your breath together. Now we're getting ready towards Savasana. Space. So I can demonstrate this position like a master. This one I know very well. The legs relax, the hips a little out, the feet are pointing a bit out. The arms are by your sides, palms up, and this is a very nice, polite Savasana in the yoga studio. But Savasana at home is slightly different. Legs go really wide, arms come all to the sides. Like that. So your neighbors know that you're doing Savasana. Oh, there she is again, Savasana, right here. You stay. Let's see if I have any creative input to give you in your relaxation. Yes, I have one. When you do an intense yoga practice, you sweat, you get into your body, maybe you're super fit and in super good yoga shape, and your apartment is a little warmer, cooler than this one. But dynamic practice with fire, with getting into your muscles, getting into your structure. You want it to leave you smiling at the end. Yeah, like now I feel really giggly. You don't want it to leave you like, did I do better than her or better than him? Did I do better than yesterday? Really don't allow for competition and perfectionism to steal your practice and your roses, you know? Be detailed, be attentive, be sharp in your pointers, be clear with your breath. Direct the practice to a place that is useful, but don't let it get lost in making you better. You might get a little better, you might get a little worse. Life pulls us up and down. You're you. That's fine. Let the yoga practice be a company to you rather than an improvement method, I would say. Am I right? I don't know. But if you feel a little happy, a little restful in your Savasana, I'm happy. I will see you tomorrow for the other side of the coin. We're gonna do some really nice in, lots of breathing, lots of what you're doing now. I see you tomorrow.